Well, hello YouTube, and welcome back to Retired for Life. So we've got things finished in the rec room, and it's beautiful out, and we are going away shortly. So I've got a bunch of small jobs that I want to get done, and that includes trying to get rid of a bunch of our brush pile. My burn permit updated and ready to go. I've got a water fire extinguisher sitting there and a bucket of water, so we are all set. And I don't use gasoline on these things to start because there's lots of videos online of how that goes wrong and blows up in your face. I use diesel fuel. It takes a little bit more to get the diesel fuel going. I usually just soak a rag and stick a rag in there and splash a bit of diesel fuel on it. But as you can see, it's not blowing up in our face, but it's going to take right off. And we'll spend the afternoon burning through this, or at least we'll spend a couple hours doing it. All right, folks, we've been getting through our yard work, got the grass trimmed and cut. Got a bunch of that scrap burned, but today I want to get down to Bowmore to put a couple of windows in on a temporary basis. Of course, as you know, the siding's not on, just the house wrap and a temporary tarp roof on it, but that's working just fine. But it's staggeringly hot inside there, and it's been last couple of days are really something. So right now it is 28 degrees Celsius in the shade and 40 degrees in the sun. So yeah, really hot. So of course I had everything framed ahead of time for these windows, so no issue there. And like I say, this is temporary. These are coming back out later on. Here we go, window number one. Now I can't really put in the other small window on the side because my tarp, that is my roof, comes way down over top of that window frame. So we're going to leave that one for now because it would be totally covered anyway. Well, we're getting a little low on time here, but we will at least get one of these back windows in. So these are the real old-fashioned type of storm windows. But for what I need, This should be perfect. There. All right, now hopefully the window will open. Let's check it out. So do these open from the outside? Well, they do. Okay. Perfect. I mean, they're not anything fancy at all, but it's going to do the job. All right, let's get the inside stapled down, and then we'll be basically all set for this. Well, we had a bit of a storm here last night, and as is often the case, the power went out, so it was out this morning for a little bit. So that means my generator has run for just over 24 hours now. So one of the things now added to the list is I've got to get the oil changed on the generator, and I want to have a look and see how Bowmore did with that storm. I want to see if we got water inside with the screens in there now. And the tractor now has nothing on the back. Snow blower is off. And I don't like operating this thing with nothing for counterweight on the back of it. So one of the things we're going to do while we're back here is get the backhoe on. And you can really feel that there is nothing on the back of the tractor, even with just skids on the front. Yeah, it's really tippy without something on the back. All right, let's check out Bowmore, and then we'll get the backhoe ready to install. Well, there's no standing water anyway, so that's something. So I left this front window just partly open, but the back window I left fully open. Oh, good. Yeah, this is bone dry here. All right, folks, we got the backhoe back on. Now the initial lineup to get the backhoe into place is the real important part. You got to get that just right, and then it goes on very, very easily. Okay, let's get back up to the shop. Yeah, everything feels instantly so much more stable on the tractor. Just because of that weight on the back. All right, folks, we are back at the shop. We've got our big generator down here, and it's time to change the oil on it. So my suggestion to you, if you've got a generator like this that you're running for 24 hours straight, change the oil on it. Don't let it go longer than that. That can be tough on the machine to run non-stop like that. And sometimes that happens with this. I mean, this has not run 24 hours straight. It ran 20 hours straight, and then it ran again for another, probably 6 this morning while the power was out. So definitely time to change the oil on it. All right, so we ran the generator for a little bit, drained the nice warm oil so it came out quite well. We gave it about 10 minutes to drip out just to make sure that we got as much out as we can, and then referred to the manual. And the manual tells me a pretty much perfect all temperature, all weather oil is the 5W30 full synthetic. So that's what we're putting in it. And it also tells me how much oil I need. So we are going to put 1 liter of full synthetic oil in this, and then take it back up to the shed where it will sit, and it'll be ready to go for the next time. You guys hear that noise? I have no idea what the heck that is. But we're gonna jump on the bike and go down the road and see if we can find out what's going on. Well, I'm guessing there's some kind of road work going on, which is kind of unusual on our dirt road, so let's go look. Oh, there's what it is. They're actually adding a lot of badly needed gravel. So the machine we've been hearing is the roller up here. How's the battle going?
It's all right.
Boy, now that's some badly needed work.
It'll get graded, yeah.
Yeah. Haven't seen a roller come down here in a lot of years.
No, yeah, our grader guys cleaned us up the road.
Yeah.
We're done.
Good to see. All right, have fun. That's nice to see them actually with a roller out there, right?
Yeah.
Haven't.
All they need now is put some oil on it.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully they'll do that.
They were supposed to do that to the Zealand Road last year,
Yeah.
and I can't sit doing it this year.
So we are continuing on here with our little jobs around the property. Right now we're on the outskirts of the yard. And this is the area that we had a few poplar trees come down. I've still got one big one back behind us to deal with. But the smaller stuff I'm slowly getting cleaned up. Now this was just full of thorns and that kind of thing. So I'm literally tearing them out by the roots and then cutting off a lot of the smaller stuff. And then hopefully get these fallen trees cleaned up and out of here. Looks like I've come across a nest of some very large ants. Well, good riddance to them. All right, folks, we've made some really good progress doing some cleanup here and a number of small jobs around the yard. So the next thing we'll be going to is the north face of the house. But for now, we're going to take some time off. So thanks very much for watching. Remember to stay safe out there, and we will see you whenever it is we see you the next time. Thanks again.